Hello, friends. I'm Navina, and today I will be reading you another story from the June 1982 issue of Chanda Mama. The story's name is Grandpa's Grandpa. Life became unbearable for Harihar. His wife remained bedridden for a long time. Much money was needed for her treatment. Harihar had to borrow from a money lender, but his wife died. Harihar hoped that he will be able to pay back the loan after the harvest. But the crop failed. The money lender told him point blank, "You may sell your house, but you must pay back my money with all the interest immediately." Harihar thought it unwise to deprive his son of a roof. He felt frustrated. Suddenly it occurred to him that his problem will end if he ended his own life. Behind his house stood an old banyan tree. Harihar decided to hang himself to death from a branch of that tree. At midnight, he stood under the tree and said, before climbing it, "O God, make me rich in my next life." He had just said this much when a bag fell before him with a thud. He picked it up and, to his utter surprise, found it containing gold coins. "God decided to fulfill my desire in this life itself," he muttered and returned home. Soon there was marked change in his condition. Not only did he pay back his loan, but he also built a new house and invested money in a trade. He prospered. However, he faced another problem. His only son went astray. The boy squandered the money in the company of a group of idle youths. He took to gambling too. One evening, the boy picked up a quarrel with one of his mates who was a son of a wealthy man. The boy beat up the fellow who lay injured and unconscious. Some people carried him to his home and a few others informed Harihar of his son's violence. "If the wealthy man's son dies, I shall be known as a killer's father. The wealthy man will also go on harassing me. Better to die than to live such a cursed life," Harihar thought. At night, he reached the old banyan tree again and said, "God, give me a good natured son in my next life at least." At once he heard a voice saying, "Why do you worry? Nothing grievous has happened to the chap who was thrashed by your son. Why don't you go and see?" Harihar looked up but saw none. Taking the voice to be a god's, he paid a visit to the wealthy man's house. The injured boy was lying motionless with bandages on different parts of his body. "Hello, boy. Why are you lying like this? Don't you realize that nothing has happened to you? Must I tell you that some mischievous fellows are trying to bring about a breach in the friendship between yourself and my son?" said Harihar loudly. To everybody's surprise, the young man sprang up from his bed, tore away the bandages, and asked, "Indeed, what has happened to me that you people threw me on the bed?" He even did not seem to remember of any quarrel or scuffle with anybody. "Whatever be the mystery of this strange recovery of my son, I am happy that he is well," said the wealthy man as he embraced Harihar. Harihar returned home with relief. It was observed that thereafter his son conducted himself much better. He began looking after his father's business and land. Harihar was a happy man now. One day he felt curious to know who was it that threw the bag full of gold coins and who it was that spoke to him from the tree top. At night he went near the tree to have a close look at it. Suddenly a weird figure jumped from the tree and asked in a threatening tone, "What now?" Harihar was too terrified to speak. "You made up your mind to commit suicide again? Twice I helped you, the first time with wealth and the second time with a miracle. Fool! What made you decide to take this cursed step again? And why are you shivering with fear if you are prepared to die?" asked the weird figure. Harihar recovered his wits and asked, "Who are you, sir?" "Your grandpa's grandpa." "Why are you kidding me, sir? asked Harihar politely. Why should I, you fool? I am truly your ancestor. I had committed suicide. The sin has obliged me to live as a ghost. Not at all happily, I can assure you. According to the occult law, I should be free only if nobody commits suicide in 5 generations of my family. You belong to the 5th generation. That is why I prevented you from taking your life twice. But I have no power to help you for a third time. Go to hell. I have to remain as a ghost for another 5 generations, blurted out the weird figure, and it disappeared. Harihar looked up and said, Be sure, my kind forefather, that I will not commit the folly of killing myself. Remain in peace. I will pray for you every day of the remaining part of my life. So, friends, the message is quite clear here. Killing oneself is not the way out of our problems. We have to face them because no ghosts may come to advise us like in this story. Thank you.